All right, Zach, it is your turn.
All right,
I have a list of stuff. Yeah,
long and distinguished list. I've been going to these movies day after day. I do have regrets. I was in New York City. I was in Rhode Island. I'm the Rhode Island slut, but it was a fabulous time in New York City. I'll talk a little bit about New York City because it is one of the movies I had to see. But I will say it was disappointing not talking about these movies with you guys. It was annoying having to listen to you and tell you and say you're wrong, but for no one to hear. So now I get to tell you that you're wrong, although I think actually we agree more than we disagree. All right, here we go.
What are we going to do? It's not like
we're going to start with... No. Okay. We're going to start with a disagreement here, which is Kinds of Kindness. Now, Todd calls it the worst movie since Tim and Eric. I'm not going to go that far, but I do think I like it a little bit more than you guys. First of all, the first one is a great movie. Like that's about as good as you're going to get for Yorgos at this rate. I mean, that had great performances. You didn't know what was going to happen. It was a relatable scenario. It did not have that stupid fisheye bullshit from Poor Things. So I like that one. If there are 3 movies in it, I give that one 3.5 stars. The second one, not as bad as Todd said it was. I love the gangbang scene in it. That made it for me. I thought it was kind of I thought it was going to go the direction that maybe Jesse Plemons is also insane, but I don't think the movie was quite smart enough to do that. So I don't think it was terrible, but it's very forgettable. I barely remembered it. I think Terry said he didn't remember it either. So I give that one 2.5 stars.
I slept through most of it.
2.5. You are overrating that.
Well, okay, it was okay. I mean, it had a great gangbang scene. It had Jesse Plemons, Cannes Award winner. It was perfectly adequate. The third one was the one I didn't like. The third one was, I thought, really bad. I mean, and that was disappointing because it was in the trailer. And why is Emma Stone driving this Dodge Challenger? Like, come on. Why is she dancing? That one was just a complete and utter mess. So I give that one 1.5. I think when you balance it all out, help me out here with the math, Terry. I think that equates to 2.5 stars. So I'm giving Kinds of Kindness 2.5 stars, which is very generous, but the first one was really damn good. Like that was as good as the favorite for me. Like that was fantastic, Yorgos. The last two are pretty bad, but whatever. I think it's interesting what he's doing. I think it's I don't want to see it again, but it wasn't terrible. Okay, number 2, we got Thelma. Now listen, I want to preface this by saying I respect your guys' takes on Thelma. The problem I have with it is fundamentally it's a 20-minute film. It should have been a short film. It's got a great premise. Everyone loves America's Sweetheart, June Squibb, her and Richard Roundtree, great chemistry, R.I.P., but it's just overstuffed with too much shit. And especially like the characters, Thelma's family, I didn't care about those people at all. And usually I care about Parker Posey. And she didn't have any sex scenes with Joaquin Phoenix, so I was really disappointed about that. I couldn't get past some of the contrivances. There's literally a scene where a character needs to enter a password on a computer, and then they find the password. And what is it? Password. I hate shit like that. I hate shit when characters are stranded and then a car magically comes up and takes them to where they want to go. So I'm a dick. I'm an asshole. I'm giving it 2.5 stars. I think it was too charming and wonderful. I need some of that vortex shit. Let's get June Squibb some Alzheimer's, okay? There was never any doubt in my mind that she was going to make it. There was no real drama there. There was nothing that I didn't already know was going to happen. It was a soundbite. I don't even think her stunts were that great, if I'm being honest. And I love June Squibb, but a lot of those were
you stand on a bed.
Yeah, there was stunt doubles, man. It was some close up.
She did all of her stunts.
I'm sure she did too, but they didn't want her injured. Okay, third movie. I'm not done yet, Terry. We're going Maxxxine. Now, your guys' review of Maxxxine was interesting. I thought it sucked, okay? And Maxxxine was the movie that I really wanted to see. I kind of hated Maxxxine. And I can't entirely divorce it from how much I really loved X and especially Pearl. Pearl was like borderline top 10 movie of the year a couple years ago for me. But Maxxxine was such a disappointment. I mean, talk about, Pearl was this great character who was sadistic. She was impulsive. She wanted to be a star. Maxxxine isn't even the most interesting character in the movie, and she doesn't have anything deranged about her. Like, this is the most level Mia Goth performance ever, which is really disappointing. There is a scene where she smashes a guy's balls, which is awesome, but the movie needed more of that energy. Kevin Bacon, wow, that's a Matt Damon Award winner right there. I mean, is the race over already? And just bizarre character for bizarre character, terrible storyline, just out of every single movie. Ty West, what are you doing, man? This should have been like a 20-minute special feature on the Blu-ray or something. This was a bad movie. 1.5 stars. I think it's one of the worst movies of the year. Really disappointed because I loved the first two so much, but this one just really, really, really bad stuff. Okay, last but not least, Daddio. Now, I do have to say about Daddio that you guys gave it 4 stars. I'm not going to give it 4 stars. I can't quite get there. However, it's the one movie that you guys are absolutely right on. That was a phenomenal movie. I just got out of it a couple hours ago. It's an interesting movie. The way that I sort of approached it, or was at least enjoying it, it was a clinic on acting, like tremendous film acting. And then I read a review that said, well, a very mediocre review that said that this should have just been a play. That's a dumb take because there are so many close-ups of both of them that require really, really intricate facial expressions. Like, how about when Sean Penn's talking about his first wife at the end of the movie? Like, that's incredible acting. Or the way that Dakota Johnson texts in the movie. By the way, we need a Pinot for best texting in a movie because I really like the way that movie handled the texting. I also like the one message that she erases. End of the movie, a little too happy, a little too cheerful for me, and I didn't like the tip. She didn't need to give him that big of a tip. Come on. He was happy to be there. I think the tip was unnecessary. Come on. 3.5 stars. Very good movie, though. You guys are absolutely right about it. So the real winner is Daddio, and people should absolutely check it out.
So you're not giving it 4 stars because of the tip?
The tip contributed to it.
Well, see, I don't think it's too happy at the end. I thought the ending played exactly authentically. I like there are other ways that could have gone, but it didn't because it's like it felt like real. I felt like those were real people. So
I agree. I don't really have a problem with the ending. The ending is very nicely done. Everything is nicely done in that movie. I mean, there's not really a problem with it, but I wanted her to storm out of the cab. I wanted her to be a little bit pissed more often, maybe in the movie, at some of the insinuations that Sean. It is the second time that we've had someone pissing in a car on this podcast. So that is where it's also when a chauffeur is talking to a very very fair woman in the back seat. I also have to say it was kind of fun watching this movie after just having been in New York City. She lives in Times Square. She's very rich, so it does make sense that she would give him that much of a tip. But yes, my driving experience, we never took a cab. I just drove, which was a huge mistake. But now I want to mow people down whenever I'm driving. I mean, it's just the aggression, the anger. Anyway, I like Daddio a lot. You guys are right about it. But Thelma, 20-minute film. Could have gotten there with it. It's a student short film at the AFI.
Can't you relate to just seeing Tom Cruise run and being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna.
I liked her TV.
Accomplish my mission.
Her TV was her TV out of 2002 with the 4x3, and it's like 18 inches. I like the TV a lot. She had a lot of books, which she's actually pretty sharp in the movie. She's sharper than a lot of 90-year-olds. She's probably sharper than 82-year-old presidents, and she she probably would have helped Lloyd get that Rhode Island Slut edition.
Yeah,
on her scooter.
Yeah,
that's true.
Possible.
Yeah,
or she would have done the exact same thing. It's possible too.
I like when she has to ask what is a computer, and it's totally ironic, sarcastically, but
doesn't Sean
that's
Penn
where I'm
also
just like,
ask
yeah, she's still got it.
Might have. All right. Well, there we go. There's Zach's recap